Hi, it's Dan, and I wanted to jump on here to give a shout out to UBS, one of the greatest wealth management companies on the planet. I just concluded my third virtual keynote for their leaders, for their wealth managers, and for their support staff who keeps their machine well oiled and moving in the right direction. My message was universal for any organization in every single industry. Because if you want to accelerate profitability and improve performance, what you need to do as a leader is increase your frequency of feedback. It's the breakfast of champions. It's what determines direction and destination. And the good news is there's only three kinds of feedback that we need to give to every single one of our coworkers. Number one, factual feedback. We assign absolutely no blame, no guilt. The facts. Some things are true whether you believe them or not. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but nobody's entitled to the wrong facts, and you shouldn't believe everything that you think. It just is what happened exactly as it did. The second kind of feedback is motivational feedback, where we become the cheerleader, where we remind our coworkers that failure is an event, not a person. We must learn and remember that no matter what your past has been, you have a spotless future. You never lose if you always learn. So we remind everyone you cannot quit. It's a league rule. Get back up and go again. And the third kind of feedback is educational feedback, where we actually assign the correction, where we actually fix what's broken, finely tune the process, and tweak the execution. My message on the second day to the wealth managers, obviously the sales force, the relationship managers, was very, very simple. Competitive advantage is never created by doing more than your competition. It's always created by doing what your competition is not willing to do. So they choose you, not just somebody who does what you do. And the third day, my message for the support staff, the behind the scenes folks who could go days and weeks without a formal or profound thank you, they have to focus in on self-motivation, being self-starters, and figure out a way to give themselves a pat on the back. And that comes exclusively from identifying who you are really and focusing on why you do what you do, not just how you do it, but why you do it to the very best of your ability. I shared a story. I'm the keynote speaker at a national convention. Young lady sitting next to me is the administrative assistant to the CEO up on the stage. CEO finishes his speech, and Yolanda is introduced to sing the national anthem. She takes the stage and she kills it. Oh my gosh, talk about the Star-Spangled Banner. She sounded exactly like Whitney Houston. Extraordinary as Beyonce and Celine Dion. When she concluded singing our song, we stood for 2 or 3 more minutes with tears in our eyes chanting Yolanda, Yolanda, Yolanda. I'm introduced as the speaker, and how did I start my keynote speech? Is Yolanda, an administrative assistant who happens to be an extraordinary performing artist? Or is Yolanda an extraordinary performing artist who happens to be an administrative assistant? The question for everyone in every organization at every level. I challenge you to ask yourself, who are you really? And answer it by identifying your why, knowing that once you clarify your why, figuring out the how to and taking it to the next level becomes clear and simple.